Hello, welcome to a new video. Tonight I am taking the Honda Trail 125 out for a ride. I am starting on the Kentucky side of the river in downtown Louisville. Right now I'm on Main Street, and I'm planning to go to the 2nd Street Bridge and take it over to southern Indiana. Go around the Riverfront area. It is a little bit of a cool evening in October. And I just recently hit over 600 miles on this bike and got the first service completed. So the first service is over, and it's now, considered broken in. So it's fine to take it more to its limits, because I've been kind of taking it a little bit easy when I first got this. I know a lot of people, get a new bike, and if you read the manual, and cars too, they have like the notes about break-in periods and all that stuff. Most people don't tend to actually pay attention to any of that. I know that in the past I certainly didn't, but figured no harm in doing so now. And my helmet is a Ruroc Atlas 4.0, so a street motorcycle helmet. I know that it's nighttime, I have the clear visor on. I do have a tinted visor, and for the tinted visor I got the anti-fog insert that goes inside of the helmet on the inside of the visor that keeps it from fogging up, which works pretty well. This clear one does not have it, so I'm thinking about ordering one of those for this. Because it's, once you're moving, it's fine. It's just that, when you're at a complete stop, it'll fog up. So I think it might be worth getting that, but, because it's not super cold out, it's in the 60s. And then with, the wind blowing across, a little bit cooler. And then especially being down here close to the river. But this is Main Street, where there's a lot of restaurants and bars and stuff. And then of course there is the KFC Yum Center arena that's here. That's the home of the University of Louisville basketball team, in addition to concerts and out-of-town stuff. And this is the 2nd Street Bridge that I'm taking into Indiana. It's somewhat of a treacherous bridge. This is where famously a semi almost went off into the river off this bridge after an accident. But if you want to get from Kentucky into southern Indiana, this is the only bridge here close that does not have a toll. The other bridges have tolls and are part of highways where the speed limit is faster than this bike can do. Well, I don't know, technically the bike can go fast enough. It's just most of them are highways that have rules that say you need to have, a minimum of 250cc or larger engine on a motorcycle, and a 125 is not going to cut it. And I wouldn't 100% feel safe on a road where I have to have absolute top speed, full out, and in order to reach anywhere close to the speeds that cars are going, not have a lot of wind coming in my face, not be going uphill. Because this bike, I think the fastest I'd had it previously was 56. Now that I've broken it in, I'll go do some top speed runs and see just how fast I can get it to go. But you don't want to go on a highway where everybody's doing 65 or 70 and you're stuck doing less than 60. And then, even then, to get to those speeds that are lower than everyone, you need ideal conditions. Because people get irritated enough when you're on a 35 mile per hour road doing 35 miles per hour, much less if you're on a highway not doing, 70. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ride around here a little bit down by the riverfront. It's a nice evening. I actually had some free time. The bike's broken in. I figured, why not? Why not take it out? The weather, now there's all the hurricanes that are happening and that are about to hit landfall in Florida. And there was recently the hurricanes that came through and impacted, the Carolinas, Georgia, other areas. So a lot of impacted weather. Times where it wasn't so great to go for a ride, but the weather's pretty decent right now. So this is the riverfront looking across the Ohio River at downtown Louisville. I want to loop around to a different area that should have a better view. Or at least I'm going to try to. I'm not sure if the that road's open right now. Because there's this road that takes you by the riverfront that's been under construction for quite a while at this point. I'm not sure if you can actually go through. But this is Jeffersonville, Indiana. This is an area that's been built up quite a bit in the past decade or so. Because there is the bridge that hopefully you can see up ahead that is multicolored. That is the Big 4 pedestrian bridge. So where you walk on foot, you can also, take bicycles across. So that is a pedestrian bridge that goes from the Indiana side to the Kentucky side. And on the Indiana side, they took advantage of that and built up a lot of restaurants and breweries and things that are right around where the pedestrian bridge comes into Indiana. So it's actually pretty busy over here a lot of times. I mean, it may not be as busy today because it's a weekday, but I know that in the summer, on the weekends, pretty busy. And then as of right now, if you walk to the Kentucky side, there is all of, the riverfront park stuff where you can go and enjoy, park area. But there aren't a lot of businesses on the other side. There's a building that keeps having things that open and close in it on the riverfront. I assume because the rent's really high. That's vacant right now. That used to be Pig Beach Barbecue, and then before that had been 2 or 3 different things. So I figured it'd be worth just giving a ride down through the downtown Jeffersonville area. And it is interesting because in southern Indiana, if you're on a bicycle, because I've gone on bicycle rides before, just non-e-bike standard bicycle rides that start in Kentucky, go across the bridge into Jeffersonville, go into Clarksville, and go into New Albany, which isn't that far really. Like the full round trip is like 26 miles, but you do get to cross, more than one state and multiple cities. So you can go from Louisville, Kentucky to Jeffersonville, Indiana, to Clarksville, Indiana, to New Albany, Indiana, all pretty easily, which is pretty cool. So there's some lighting around here in honor of Halloween. There's just some more businesses down here. It is funny because it does remind me more of what you think of the downtown area being in a smaller town. But it's actually in the middle of a somewhat decently sized metropolitan area, so it's nice. It's been revitalized, gives you a little bit different flavor. I've had to flip the visor up pretty much every time I come to a light. I have to sit here for more than a minute or two. Actually, I'm gonna go this way. So I think what I'm gonna do is go towards the this Colgate clock. So it is a I think one of the largest clocks that's out in public like this. I don't 100% remember all the quickest ways to get places. Something else that just kind of drives me crazy now that's very common is everybody has, you know, newer cars with the LED or the HID headlights, which, you know, mine has the LED lights on it too, but they have the setting where you can have it automatically turn the high beams on and off. And everybody uses that, apparently. When I got my car that I have now, had that turned on, I think the first day that I got it. I drove around the block one time and I'm like, this is staying on far too often. This needs to be turned off. Because it kept blinding people. And a lot of people apparently don't care and just leave them on and use them. So the clock is up here, so I'll go down this side street where I can turn around and get a better view of it. And then I'm going to see if I can get down to the other area that gives a better view of the riverfront than where I was at earlier. This is a nice area where there's a lot of cutouts that have benches and stuff, so probably nice places to come out and eat lunch on a nice day, or just go out and chill, and, you know, if you work in this area on a lunch break or something. So this is the clock I was talking about, the Colgate clock, that you can see from the Kentucky side of the river. There's a car coming, so I'll let them go before I loop around. So yeah, it's just a big red clock that you can see from across the river. It's been there for a long time because I've remembered seeing that for years. The visor's all fogged up. So I can get moving here. So I think some of this stuff is still shut off. Luckily, though, on the Trail 125, I should be able to get through there without much problem. Because I think the last time I came over and rode around this area at nighttime, I was on actually an electric scooter, which I didn't really trust off-road at all. So I wasn't really able to go down there and check. But this thing should be fine. Then I'll wrap up. If I can get over here and see this other view of the downtown Louisville skyline that doesn't have the bridge in the middle of it. Oh. Missed the hill shifter there. There's a little bit of like a divot or something in the road. Alright, so let's see. Is this road shut down? I do wonder what the impact has been to the businesses down here, because this through road being shut down, I assume makes a lot of these places not get as much business. This is completely blocked. I don't think I can even fit this thing through. Well, I guess I'll go look on the other side. Because I know there's an ice cream shop down here that's on this road that's been impacted by this construction for forever. So I'm wondering how they've dealt with that, because that would have killed their business. Which would have to be frustrating. Because you could get, depending on how much of the road is shut down, you could get to it from the other side, but... So let's see if we can get through here at all, or if this is still completely shut off. So now before I went through and looked, and it was something that seems like it'd be difficult to pass, but... I don't know if there's a cop up there or what. Guess I'll find out. Okay, just a minivan. Okay. Yeah, so this is the area where you can get a better view of the downtown Louisville skyline than where I was at earlier, or just a different view. It may not necessarily always be 100% better, but so you can see that is the downtown Louisville skyline, the KFC Yum Center, and then the 2nd Street Bridge. That's the one I came over here on, and that's the stadium. And there are some buildings that go down like Main Street that I was going down earlier, if you kept going. But yeah, so that was taking the Honda Trail 125 for a ride from downtown Louisville, Kentucky to downtown Jeffersonville, Indiana. But that's it till next time.